Ginger the cat, because tail's wagging and Bernoulli is a brat. Adam's in a hurry, he's starting for a test. Bunsen comes around and says, I'll help you do your best. Bernoulli's on a mission, chewing everything in sight. But Bunsen's on beauty, keeping everything alright. Bunsen's in the chat, better watch your back, sending it.
Hey everybody, just waiting for Chris on live.
Hi everybody. Right now I'm just on audio. We'll be on the live in just a second.
Sending LOLs, cracking up the back from the cat to the beaver, even mom's in the mix. Oh, Bunsen's in the chat, let the good times roll. Woof, woof, Bunsen's on the go now. Woof,
I think we're live.
Have a good time. Woof, woof,
Don't see the Instagram feed, so it is what it is.
Good times roll. Bunsen's in the chat, better watch the back. Sending LOLs, cracking up the back from the cat to the beaver, even mom's in the mix. Oh, Bunsen's in the chat, let the good times roll.
All I see on the B squad, and maybe Ginger. Oh, I need to change that, which is kind of sad. Is just Beaker. So if you're watching live, all you see is Beaker. And if you're on Instagram, I don't know, the feed is froze. So I will not be, I mean, you can watch, but I'm not going to be able to see if you're there or not. Yeah, like it says we're going, but I can't tell if anything's working on Instagram. So I apologize if it's not working on Instagram. I think I did set it up. So, and we're just waiting for Chris on live. We're scrambling a little bit. I just got in from mowing and Chris has been working the books. So we're not as organized as we normally are. There's Chris. Hello, Chris.
Hello everyone. Welcome to our show.
I don't know if you can check on one of your other phones to see if we're live on Instagram, because the feed is frozen. It says that we're live, but I can't see if there's any comments. So maybe I set it up wrong. I don't know.
Instagram, but I'm on as you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to click and change to me.
Yeah, we'll just give 1 second, then we'll get started here. And I guess it's not the end of the world if it's not the end of the world if Instagram's not working. We do have we do have folks watching on Facebook, so people who are on Instagram can just go to Facebook.
I'm pretty sure we are not live on Instagram.
Okay.
Because I went on a Instagram live with you today.
Yeah.
So I know what to look for on the phone. And it's not doing what it did earlier.
Okay. It is what it is. I'm going to try one thing. And then we're going to re-add it. We're going to end that. Just 1 second, Chris. I don't know if this is going to fix it, but we'll find out. New live video, pet chat, audience, public. Maybe I said it to practice. I was scrambling. I was going too fast. That's my own fault. There is a little bit of tech behind the screen to get it to go, but okay. Now we'll see if that just starts up. I don't know. While we're waiting, let's do our intro so we can get to it. And it's kind of a boring show if we're just waiting for one thing to go. I think it's going now.
Yeah, it says Bunsen Burner BMD is live, pet chat.
Okay, perfect.
And you got 5 new followers in the last. Oh, I got 5 new followers, Jay, on my Instagram. What?
Okay. All right, Chris, are you ready for the intro?
I'm ready for the. I'm just excited. I got 5 new followers. What?
Hello, pet enthusiasts. My name is Jason Zakowski. I'm the dog dad of Bunsen, Beaker, and Bernoulli, the science dogs on social media. My co-host with the mostest is...
Hi there, I'm Chris Sikowski. I am here co-hosting from Red Deer, Alberta, right next door to Jason. And and here we are at our show. I am the dog mom to Bunsen, Beaker, and Bernoulli, and I still am the cat mom to Ginger.
Yeah. So we've linked together all of our social media sites. We are live on Twitter or X audio, Twitter or X video, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram is now working. So I've got Instagram working again. So it's good to see everybody. And we've been doing Pet Chat. We started it as an audio show only. And I just would just randomly talk. And then sometimes people would talk back and we would talk pets. And then you joined. So for about a year, it was audio only. And then we've slowly been adding the video component, which is a little scary being on video. But it has allowed the other platforms like Instagram and Facebook and now YouTube to join in. Yeah. So we start with some Q&A before we get to the main part of our show. If you have some questions for us, ask away. We'll take a look at the comments and we'll read them out. We'll answer some of your questions. One of the cool things about Facebook, YouTube people is that you can throw the comments up on the Jumbotron. So Holly says, love the Ginger and the city content. Thank you, Adam. Helen is watching on YouTube. Hello to everybody on YouTube. Pat says, hello from Connecticut. And then, of course, we got a nice comment from Trish. I adore your furry clan. They're also adorable and sweet. Right. So if you have some questions, you can ask now. And I'm going to be double checking through the Instagram comments too right now. So we just got people saying hello. Hello from Morocco. That's a little bit warmer than us. Somebody's listening in from Calgary, from Phoenix. So the $1 million question, Chris, we've got a couple now on Instagram asking how is Bernoulli doing and if he's missing Ginger. So the big news, probably when we get to our stories of the week, is we have now been 1 week without Ginger. So Chris, what's your estimation about how Bernoulli's doing?
Well, I think there's a lot of things going on in our house right now. You know, we'll probably talk about Bunsen's injury, and that definitely has affected the way the dogs have been interacting. And I think, like I said to you today, I think Bernoulli's being a little bit more, you know, not in your face with the other dogs, but he's definitely trying to interact more with them.
Bugging them. Yeah, he's bugging them.
He is bugging them. So I'm wondering if his outlet of Ginger is gone and he's looking to fill that void with Beaker and Bunsen. And Bunsen actually, he was matching Bernoulli's energy earlier. Of course, we've been trying to keep him calm, but they would go outside and Bunsen, I don't know if it was the oxycodone, and he's like, I feel good, because he was play bowing and we're like, stop that. We don't want you to hurt yourself. And so, yeah, he's matching that energy.
And Beaker's all done with Bernoulli when he's like that. So she just tells him right off. Holly says Bernoulli is extra. Yeah, he's extra on a good day. So maybe he's been just a little extra, if that makes sense.
Extra. Read all about it.
Papers for sale. Okay. And then is Ginger doing okay? That's another question. And I think she's doing really good. Adam's been keeping us in the loop. I think he's been really enjoying actually taking photos and videos of Ginger, because I told him, like, especially on Instagram, every picture you take of Ginger, we have like 50,000 views. Like, it can just be a terrible side picture of Ginger. People are just like so worried and they want to make sure she's okay, and she's doing okay. And he and Annalise took her to the legislature, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't live too far away from the parliament. No, not the parliament buildings. What is it called what's the provincial building called? the legislative.
Well, it's the legislature, but it is the Parliament building,
Yeah, so like
but
Edmonton,
not like the Canadian Parliament, not
No.
with Peace Tower and all that jazz.
no, Mark Carney is not in at this place.
No, but
No.
they do have a beautiful water
Yeah, it's really
fixture
nice.
in the front. It's very nice.
Yeah, like it's a really cool building, and they live within walking distance of it. They live really close to the legislature. So Edmonton, for the folks outside of probably Canada, Edmonton is the capital of our province of Alberta, and that's where Adam has moved to, and is finishing his science there. Yeah.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
Ginger experienced her first thunderstorm away from our house.
Mhm.
Now we have a bungalow, so we have the upstairs, and then Jason and I are in the downstairs, and the house is pretty soundproof, but you know when a storm is coming because Ginger is scared, and sometimes she would run downstairs and hide downstairs, or recently she was hiding under I don't even know how she got in. It's like our dresser, but the entry to the dresser underneath is like so small. You know who got in there? Ginger. But she experienced her first thunderstorm in Edmonton, and Adam is in an apartment. They are on
third floor.
The third floor. Second floor?
Second floor.
Are there only 2 floors? No, there's lots of floors.
Second floor.
Anyway, so not able to run into a basement area. So she hid out in the laundry room and in the computer room. And my little heart was like, oh no, poor Ginger. But she did okay. And she's now likes to sandwich herself between the bed and the vent. I think there's it feels cozy there.
Yeah.
She has a new roommate. Oh,
yeah. Well, maybe save that, Chris, because that's our question. So, question from Helen: do you know if they use the Ginger backpack? And I'll let you answer that, Chris.
Yeah. So, I asked Adam what he would like me to bring of Ginger's up to Edmonton, and I brought her leash, I brought her harness, I brought the backpack. And so definitely they've been using the backpack to put Ginger in.
Yeah. Okay. I don't see any other questions on Instagram. Just people saying where they're from. Hello from New York. So glad Bernoulli's or Bunson's on the mend, and people just joining, taking a look at this and leaving. So that's all the notifications I got on Instagram. Any comments on your end before we get to our stories of the week?
Adrienne loves the color of my nails.
Oh my God. Okay.
I am a hand. I talk with my hands. This is like the French in me, very talky with my hands. So, oh la la, vraiment. We have a question. Steve is wondering how Bunsen is doing. So that's probably one of our stories of the week where on Sunday, actually, Saturday.
We'll just go into the stories of the week, Chris. So you can go. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So last Saturday we did our show as per normal. Everybody was doing great. We were so happy with Bunsen's progress and how he had a successful hike and all of that. Everything was awesome. And then on Sunday, we actually went to Edmonton and saw Adam, and that's when I took all the Ginger stuff. So do I want to talk about Ginger or Bunsen?
Talk about Bunsen.
Okay, but then we'll save that Ginger story for a second. So then we came back from Edmonton, and then we have our weekly PawPack chat. So if you're part of our PawPack community, you can join. It's really easy to join. And then we do a Sunday night recap. And sometimes during that call, we'll get ideas about what we should do next or what content is resonating with people. Anyway, it's an awesome chat. And we came upstairs and I was like, why is the floor wet? And I like, we took the dogs out to go to the bathroom before we did our show, and they don't typically have an accident. But then I looked at Bunsen and he was panting, like the stress panting. out of his tongue was like drop, 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 all on the floor. And I said, Jason, there's a problem. There's a really big problem, and it's with Bunsen. And like, I'm like, he's sitting like hunched, like on his back. It was like a cat, like a scared cat. And he was having trouble getting up. And I'm like, what should we do? And we actually had medication left over from his surgery. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give him a pill and see if that helps him. And so I did that. And then I massaged him for about an hour, like rubbing his shoulders like very carefully. And then like once he got up and he was about 20 minutes in, the medication started to kick in and he was able to move. And so we didn't take him to the emergency vet because you felt his stomach. It didn't feel like bloat.
I knew he hurt his back, like the way he was moving around. And then after he took a couple steps, he was walking fine.
Yeah. And then he was walking fine. And so, well, not fine, not great. He had trouble, like once he was sitting, he had trouble lying down. And so then we knew, oh my goodness. So eventually once he fell asleep, I'm like, thank God. And we'll see how he does in the morning.
And he had a rough morning. Like the next day he did have a rough morning where he had trouble laying down. But then did we get him into the vet the next day or the next day? The next day, right? Tuesday. So yeah. So Monday he struggled in the morning, and then it got, I would say, like
better.
He get better. Like he was able to get up and down, no problem. I don't want to say no problem, like you said. You don't want to say that, but like he was able to lay down without the pain it looked like he was in. And by the time we took him to the vet, he, for the most part, wasn't looking like he was in distress.
No, but it still was good to go for the visit, because then she was able to say, yeah, I do see that his back looks sore. And he doesn't really want us to touch right there on his back. And then we're just like, okay, what would you suggest? And she's like, you know what, exactly what you've been doing, the rest and the medication, you know, until he's feeling better. So we've been doing gabapentin at night, and just so he has a nice cozy sleep and feels really good in the morning. And I've been watching and haven't been giving him the oxycodone in the morning.
Yeah. And like I don't know, you can never tell if your dog is in pain unless it's really bad, but I think he's okay.
Yeah, you look at his cute face and you're like, oh, you have such a cute face. And he looks at you and he smiles and he comes and he does sit and he does lay down. And I did the Instagram live with you today, and I was showing Bunsen, and he was just really in his element, sitting outside, smelling the smells, just being cozy. Yeah. Yeah. So like for us, we were down on our call, so we don't know if he sat funny or what made him just go. Yeah.
You went back in time on we have a Furbo set up, and you went back in time as far as you could. And like, he was walking fine. What was it, like 4 p.m.? So it was like,
it was like during that call.
Yeah. It was like in between 4 p.m. Yeah. It was during the call. Yes.
Yeah, that something happened. Or, you know, sometimes, you know, the older you get, your body, it takes less to throw it out of whack. Like you could be, you know, blowing your nose and throwing your Kleenex away, and then, my back, I'm broken. Yeah. Not speaking from experience, of course.
Yeah. We had supper at my dad's house, and he was commiserating with Bunsen, because he's in his 70s now, right, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, you know, sometimes I walk like Bunsen, and then it takes me a day or two, and then I'm good again. Because like my dad and Bunsen are kind of the same relative age. So that was kind of funny. My dad was like, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that's how I am one day. Okay. Yeah. So he may be going for a full CT scan, just to check out everything. No, he is, right? He's going to start sometime in September.
He's
Yeah.
going for the consult.
Oh, okay.
And the consult appointment can lead right away into the CT scan.
Yeah, I think it's for the best, because just to check out if there's, how his neck bulge is doing, and then if he did something to his back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so there's that. What's the other big story from this week?
Well, that's the same day, Sunday. We took Ginger up to Edmonton.
Yeah.
And oof.
Somebody asked in the chat, how are you two doing without Ginger? It was hard the first couple days, harder than I thought, right? And I didn't think I would that little cat would get into my heart the way she did, but it was hard for me. I think it was way harder for you. You were really sad.
Yeah, I had a big cry, and you felt bad because I was crying, and you don't like it when I cry.
But it's okay. It's okay to feel sad. Man, you should have seen. You saw the comments on social media. People were also very sad that Ginger moved away. So of course, I'm like reading all of those comments, and it's of course making me more emotional. And you got to decide which comments to respond to, and yeah, it was a bit of a thing.
It was a bit of a thing, but she traveled really well.
Yeah.
For one, and then she got acclimated to her house very well, very quickly. Like, I'm like, let's not rush her. Let's put her in the room, leave her in the crate. That'll give me time to set up her litter box, which I did. And then Adam came in and helped me because the litter is heavy. And so set that up for her. And then it was quiet for a bit. So I said, well, let's let her out. Let's show her where her litter box is. And she was in the bathroom, and she was like, oh yeah, this is okay. And then she was smelling all the smells. And of course it smells like Adam. And so it smells like home. But then we also gave her Jason's computer case. And so we didn't bring the big cat tree, but we did bring her little cactus cat tree. And so she's spending most of her time on that. And she's spending most of her time on Jason's computer case.
Yeah, because she would sleep I would work at the computer, and she would sleep on right next to me on the computer case, or wherever it was. Quite honestly, it must be like a cat hammock. It's super comfy for cats, I guess.
Well, because her body has made the divot in it. And then secondly, as we know, Sebastian Bowles here, and he knows the importance of being able to knead and scratch their claws. And so she basically, how do you say it, ruined the top of that computer case with her scratching.
Yeah, it's
it's very well worked, I guess. It's very worked in. And so it's so hilarious because we had like the cat tree, we had all these cat scratching posts. She did not want to do any scratching on the scratching post. She didn't want to do any scratching on, cat approved areas. Even we tried to spray them with like catnip smell, like to encourage her, to entice her to go there. No. She wanted to scratch the couch and the computer case. I even got her like a corrugated cardboard. No.
So it was good. I think it was really good. We brought Bernoulli, because Bernoulli Bernoulli loves traveling. He loves going everywhere, and he loves Adam. So he got to see Adam, and he traveled with Ginger, and maybe that helped Ginger. I don't know. And like, I think it was important that Bernoulli saw that that's where Ginger was. And we like made it very clear that Ginger was there and we were leaving, and he saw that we closed the door and Ginger was like on the other side of the door. Right. And I don't know if dogs have the capacity to like understand that. But we got so many comments on social media that people were worried that Bernoulli would like look around the house for her, or go to places where she was and look for her. And I haven't seen him do that a single time, like not even once.
No, he's now taken to looking on the counter like a cow. And turning his head.
He's trying to, he's learned from Bunsen that he's tall enough. If he tilts his head sideways, he can lick the counters like a cow.
Yeah.
So, so that.
Now Ginger does have a roommate.
Yeah, so that's the question. There's another one you can talk about. Took.
Took is a little bit intimidated by Ginger. If you had the opportunity to watch one of our videos, Ginger is on the floor looking up, and she definitely has RGF, resting ginger face, like non-impressed face. And Took is like, I'm not too sure. And Ginger's just very intimidating. I would be intimidated. She is a mean girl. Like if that was a high school situation, I would be, I don't think you want to be my friend.
But Chris, she intimidated Bunsen and Beaker.
Yeah.
Sometimes Beaker would stand up for herself, but Bunsen never did. Bunsen was intimidated by that little cat. Bernoulli didn't care. Bernoulli was not intimidated at all. He just like, she's like, I'm going to use intimidation. And he's like, fine, I'll just lick you. And
then she's like, oh, intimidation didn't work.
Yeah, it did not work on him because he's got shrimp for brains.
Yeah. But they played together. Adam said they played, and they were playing like chase each other's tail or play with their tails. And Took didn't want to play anymore, but Ginger still wanted to play. And then there was a bit of a fight.
My money's on Ginger every single time.
Every single time. So what the boys did, Adam lives with his roommate. And so the boys pulled the cats apart, and they've been getting along better. So
Took is quite a bit bigger than Ginger too.
She's no body shaming here, but she's got a little bit of chunk in her body. She's a little chunky. She's fluff. She's fluffy. Ginger's fluffy, but there's no fat on her. She's just fluff. Took is fluff and a little extra.
Ginger is fluff and muscle.
Yeah.
That's what Ginger is. Okay. So the other story of the week, we don't have a game because I was mowing until like 10 minutes before this. We live on a farm, and I mow and I don't have a watch, so I kind of was watching the sun, and that's not a great clock, so I ran out of time for the game. This is something I missed if you answered. So this is where we're going to. After we dropped Ginger off, we went and visited Marla. So Marla is on lots of different social medias. She has Chesney, the service Roddy. So it's always good to see Marla. It's really fun talking to her. And Jason, who lives with her, and getting to see Chesney, of course, which is super cute. So is there something going on between Bernoulli and Chesney? Well, they're good friends. Chesney loves it when Bernoulli comes over, and Bernoulli really likes Chesney. That's about as much as you want to get into it with dogs, but maybe there's a little bit of boyfriend, girlfriend. We amp up a bit for storytelling, especially on Twitter, not so much on Instagram.
They get along very well.
They do. They really like each other.
And Chesney has such a cute face. Yes. And when she looks at you expectantly, oh my God, love her. And you can see that she's just so excited when Bernoulli comes to the door. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then they play in the yard. And then she has I think a little bit more energy, let's say, than Bernoulli, because she can go. And Bernoulli tires out. And then she's like, come on, let's play. He's like, oof, you've played me out. And it's been 40 seconds.
Yeah, as I've said before, she is too much woman. She's too much woman for Bernoulli. She's just too much. and then he gets tuckered out.
Susan asked a question about Took. Took is female, so they're both Ginger and Took are both female cats. And Took is 3 years old, whereas Ginger is 4.
Yeah, it's crazy she's that old. One of the reasons why, not that we need a reason, a different reason to visit with Marla and Chesney, but we are piecing together a dog training course with her. And it's coming together pretty good. Like I've been editing the videos when I've had time. And the whole idea of it is it's going to be a course for people who have a beginner's course, but in little tiny chunks that are easy to digest. And of course, Marla is a expert at training dogs. And so it's and she works with Bernoulli, which is really cute because Chesney knows everything and Bernoulli is not as smart as Chesney, or maybe not doesn't have as much training. So it's been really cool to get that on video about how, this is how you do this thing and through the process. So I've got the whole intro done and like the little short clips that go with it, and I'll be able to start like the big kind of like tasks, but we're looking to have that done probably end of October, sometime in November.
Mm-hmm.
And it also gives us an excuse to go up every weekend to shoot some video. So Bernoulli will get to have some time with Ginger probably because we'll be able to see Adam as well then as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to go up and see everybody. And like you said, like Chesney knows everything already. And just to see, like, because Bernoulli is like, he's trained, but like he's forgetful or he's not quite as polished. And so he isn't doing the thing that Marla wants him to do. But then you can see the progression into, okay, now he's getting it. And that's awesome.
Yeah. Anne asks, will we get another cat? I think it's pretty likely. Chris is just still missing Ginger. So we
only want Ginger.
We have to wait a bit. I think Bernoulli would do well with another cat. Yeah. To answer your question. We will get to see it. I'm not sure what that is. The course. Pam Schuster, you'll have to I'm not sure what your question is. Sorry.
Clarify the question.
Marie asks, how in the world do you do all the social media stuff and all the teaching work? We're busy. Luckily, we've done really well with some of the things that money comes in for, like, for example, the Bernoulli stuffy, which is, I think, what we'll end our share with. I was able to take cut back my teaching just a little bit, so I'll have more time this whole year to devote to social media and stuff like that. Because the first semester I was run off my feet. I was pretty frazzled. I was teaching full time, no prep, and then trying to do the social media on top of it was like 2 full-time jobs. It was too busy.
It's a lot. And this coming school year, I've got 2 new courses that I'm teaching.
Mm-hmm.
But like Jason said, I've spent the entire summer doing math, and that's true. Because I knew I needed to do the prep work to see all of the contents, to see the course from start to finish before I actually teach it. So then again, when I go to teach set theory, I'm like, oh yeah, I've done that. I've refreshed it. It's not going to be as much. Because I do know the last time I got a new course to teach, they said, like, it was the first semester, the very end of the first semester during exam week. And they said, can you teach Math 20-1 in 2 days? Yes. The answer is yes. Of course I can. However, it's a lot. It's a lot when you have to refresh the content at the same time that you're teaching the kids. So I did that. And then my other course is a non-academic course that is new to me. I think that one will be okay.
Perfect. And the question was about the training video. That will be a course that we will either have a monthly subscription, or you pay one set amount and you have access to the whole thing. And we are partners with Marla 50/50 on that. You'll probably see bits and pieces of the clip, but it's a course, so it's not suitable to just put all on social media. So you'll see parts of it, but it's going to be a course that you'll have to pay for. And with our discussion with Marla, we want to keep it at a very fair price, because it's quite expensive to take your dog to classes. So that's a deterrent for some people, or some people who maybe can't get to where the courses are offered. They're on the other side of the city. So we want to be very fair that way, but then also respect the amount of time we're putting into it. Hopefully that answers it. Yeah. Okay. The last story is on August 19th. The Bernoulli Stuffies arrived at 2:30 p.m. And Chris and I worked extremely hard to get all those stuffies out. We did nothing besides have the occasional snack and break and pack stuffies and pack stuffies and pack stuffies.
Well, that's not true, Jason. I had to go and learn how to do the accounting program for our business.
Okay, right.
And so
that was important.
That was important. So I spent 4 hours learning the program. And so now I know the program as pretty good. I'm not an expert. Don't ask me to do your books. Okay. But yeah, so you packed for 4 hours yourself one day, which is a lot. And then I came and we packed more and more and more and more. So we really, our goal was to get them out so that they hit the border. The American orders, so that they hit the border and pass the border prior to de minimis ending and or the tariffs, whatever. It was uncertain what was going to happen with the tariffs, so we wanted to work our absolute hardest to get those out. And so we actually went to the Red Deer Depot as opposed to where we normally go, and we drove up to the back. And we were like, "Hi, we're here." And they were so excited to see us. And they were like, what are you guys doing? Because normally it's just freight. It's Canada Post freight that goes back there. And I'm like, well, it's hard to explain, but these are stuffed dogs. They're toys because our dogs, we made stuffed animals of our dogs. And they're so excited. And they're like, what? Are they on social media? I'm like, mm-hmm. So then all the Canada Post workers at lunch, I guess, were checking out our social media. So when we came, because we did 4 or 5 trips to the depot, they got to know us pretty well because we were just working our butts off. Anyways, it was funny. By the end of August 21st, most of it was shipped by the 21st, the American one. And the guy said, I think you guys alone shipped more than Red Deer. So it's just crazy. Yeah. And there was a birthday also happened that this past week. Jason, you had your birthday on August 20th.
And for my birthday, I shipped stuffies from 7 a.m. till 11 p.m.
Do you want to talk about your cake?
Right. So I do want to thank Paula and Liz because they sent carrot cake to me that was shipped with dry ice so it wouldn't go bad, which is really, really cute. And it was delicious.
And cool. Dry ice, cool.
Yeah. And I had it all to myself, and I'm sick because I've been slowly eating it since it arrived.
You've been having it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, instead of having a carbohydrate for breakfast, I just have a little slice of cake. And I'm like, well, it's about the same amount of calories. But it's not super healthy for me, and I feel kind of sick, but it's super delicious. And you can't have any because it's got raisins in it, and you hate raisins.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a delicious carrot cake. So thank you very much to both Paula, who's listening, and Liz. We'll probably talk to her tomorrow. Somebody asked what stuffy is. It's a stuffed animal. And Helen said, I just tracked my Bernoulli stuffy and it made it to the United States. So that's good. Yeah. I don't know.
Is it in the US or is it at the border?
It's been processed in Los Angeles. It's on its way to New York City. That's what she said. So that's really good news. Yeah.
Whew, that's awesome.
Yeah. I don't even know if the Americans know what's happening to them on the 28th, but de minimis is ending for all of everything going into the United States, which means before you could, as a person, bring in up to $800 a day and not get charged duties. And that's going to zero. So that is going to go to zero. So that means if you buy a toothbrush, not only will you pay duties, but you'll pay tariff on top of it. So we wanted to get that all the stuff through for all the Americans so they didn't get double dinged. Or I don't even know what's going to happen. We have no idea what's going to happen. So
we don't know.
Just a heads up there if you're ordering a toothbrush and it's not made in the United States for the Americans.
And then we send our other packages to our international and our Canadian orders. And they are going to go through a different shipping company and you'll be able to track them. But there won't be any issues.
There all it is. And yeah, it was very cool. Thank you everybody who supported us. The reason why we had to work so hard was because of the overwhelming support for the Bernoulli stuffy. I should go. Here it is.
Now that's the prototype. That's not the cute.
That's not the cute. It's still pretty cute.
It's cute, but
it's too white.
Too much white on his face. And Jason, I saw you posted that what we did is we looked at each stuffy and we're like, you're so cute. And then we put them in the bag.
Yeah. And you're like, I can't send this one. It's too cute. I'm like, Chris, you have to send this one to Helen Chin. You can't keep all the stuffies. And the fur, this is the prototype. So they're way cuter than this, but the fur kind of came up around his eye a bit. So every single stuffy we hand trimmed to make it look just like Puppy Bernoulli to make it even better. So before they went in the bin, we just took some scissors and we snipped it up just a bit to make it look even better. So yeah. If you miss getting a Bernoulli stuffy, we have to wait till the 28th for the Americans at least, because a bunch of stuff for changing, for getting stuff into the States, and that we also have to wait till then for our book and the calendar. It'll be business as usual for our Canadian customers and international, but we need to wait and see what's happening on the 28th.
Well, the rubber hits the road, right? Like, it's been a little bit volatile with, okay, this is the decision. And then 2 weeks later, no, this is the decision. So we really need to wait before we make any promises. And we need to make sure that like Shopify is able to
figure it out somehow.
Figure it out.
They're not ready.
They're not ready.
They're shutting. Actually, you can't even ship stuff to the States as of Monday. Everything is shut down from Canada to the States if you're a small business. So it's all shut down. Okay.
Well, you can't buy the postage.
Yeah, but I don't know how you'd get there. I think even if you were to drive it, you'd get in trouble.
I don't know.
Just heave ho a stuffy across the border, you'd get in big.
You can throw pretty far, Jay.
Just start yeeting Bernoulli stuffies across the what's the state south of us? Oregon?
No, Montana, isn't it?
Montana, yeah. Just yeet.
Idaho?
No, Idaho is closer to BC. Just yeet stuffies into Montana.
Yeah.
I actually don't know. I'm gonna check a map.
Pretty sure it's Montana.
I think it is Montana. Yeah. Idaho. Yeah, only Montana.
Only Montana.
So yeah, we would just that would be highly illegal. And if anybody's listening right now, we're not going to do that.
No, Jason, we go back to school on Monday. We have no time to yeet things over the border.
No, we're not doing that. That's illegal, and we don't have time.
We don't have time.
Okay, let's get to community sharing.
Oh, hey, yeah. I just wanted to say Bark and Beyond is here.
Oh yeah, we got
and they've said hi in the chat, and we're excited to have Bark and Beyond here.
Thank you for reminding me. One of the sponsors of Pet Chat is barkandbeyondsupply.com. Barkandbeyondsupply.com is a small family-owned company that has joint supplements for dogs, toys and treats, everything for dogs and cats. So check them out, skip the big box store, help out the little guy, and they have a prize today, which I think is some Playology toys or a Playology toy. It's a secret. So I'll put their website up for those of you guys watching live. And Chris will probably throw something in the nest for the folks on X Audio. Bark and Beyond. There we go. Ha. All right, I'll just put that Chiron up for a little bit. Barkandbeyondsupply.com. Okay, community sharing time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bunsen should design a shipping catapult. Ooh, that's a story. That is a story for Text from Bunsen. If you would like to come up to speak on audio, request the mic, come on up. And if you have some more questions for us, we'll get to those. If you have a story about your own pet and you're watching live, type it up. We'll read it out. Or, we just got a little bit of time left till the top of the hour. Okay, Chris, looks like Paula has come up.
Yeah, I brought Paula up. Hi, Paula. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, Jason. Hi, Chris.
Hi. Thank you for the cake. It was so good.
It wasn't supposed to be all for you.
Nobody else will eat it.
I know, but I was thinking, maybe freeze a piece or so for maybe later when you really have that, midnight craving or something. But oh my gosh.
There's a chunk left I'm freezing. Yep.
Okay, cool beans. Because then, maybe when Adam and Nana leash, you could sneak a piece up to them if they like that stuff. I don't know. They probably do. But I know, poor Chris. Sorry, Chris. I know you didn't like raisins, but I had no option to leave them out. But anyway.
It just makes it super special for Jason only.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, but I guess it could be good for breakfast because it's got eggs in it and milk and carrots. You got some, veggies and so
instead of having a protein shake, I just had a piece of cake. Like it's about the same.
Hey, I did that on my honeymoon. We didn't even have time to sleep because we had a late, wedding and went into the morning because we watched everything again and on the video and stuff because this was back in the 90s and it was like we had to catch an early morning flight and the stewardess goes, "What are you guys eating?" And we're like, "Wedding cake." So I so relate. But anyway, I just want to give a big shout out to you guys because I think you guys are like amazing for packing up those Bernoulli stuffies and the hard work. I don't know if anybody's ever done anything like that, but it is a lot of work. I mean, you must have been getting sore doing it, but
my wrist is very sore.
Just to package and fold and do all that in motion over and over. You guys, I just think are the best. And thank you for always thinking of your community and trying to get them out there. And if you don't get this Bernoulli stuffy, I personally will email you. No, no, I'm only joking. I just wanted to say you better get it before you snooze, you lose.
Oh, you're talking to everybody who's listening. They need to get the Bernoulli stuffy.
Yes, you need to get the Bernoulli stuffing. I was teasing that if you didn't, I would come find you. But no, it is. I mean, it's just so cute. And I can't wait to put Bernoulli next to my Ginger because I have Beaker and Ginger sitting together on a chair, but because Bunsen's in another place. But I can't wait to put Bernoulli there. So, but I just wanted to say thanks because you guys are amazing in the way you packed them up and got them all out. So, I think it's really great. So thank you for all you do. And I can't wait for the new classes to start with Marla. And I think, all these avenues are really wonderful. And you know me, I'm just your big cheerleader, but I just want to say thank you always for thinking of us. And it's great that you've, got so many more people interested and stuff. So thank you again.
Thanks, Paula. Paula's part of the Paula is part of the Paw Pack, and I'm going to show a clip of the course to you guys, Paula, tomorrow. So you'll get to see it because I've got about 7 or 8 clips done.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I can't wait because I know you're editing and you're great at it. So I can imagine how you've done already a lot of it. So good job. Good job, everybody. Well, everybody can. Trixie's doing pretty good. We're working on her stuff and she's, coming along, and I'll have to get some stories. She's been kind of quiet lately, so we haven't had much happening here. We have a pair of hawks up in the sky here. We have a nest and it's teaching the babies how to hunt. And we actually lost a rabbit in our yard. We felt so bad. I mean, they didn't even eat it. It just scared it to death. And we felt so bad. But we hear screeching like nonstop for like 3 and 4 hours at a time because they're teaching them. The babies don't know to be quiet because they don't know how to hunt and fly quiet. They screech. So we hear all this new screeching. And after a while, it gets to your nerves a little bit. But it's like, it feels like murder. Like someone go, ah!
Oh, my goodness.
But anyway, that's the only pet story I've got. So it's sort of like National Omaha over here. So anyway. All right. Well, have a good night and everybody have a good week. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Paula.
Thanks, Paula.
I'm just going to check comments right now. Somebody had a good comment saying, life is uncertain, eat dessert first. Yes, and we have people definitely agreeing with them in the chat on Instagram.
Well, you said
Carol K. Ito. So
you said instead of a shake, you had cake, but they rhyme, so I'm sure they're the same.
And I worked like 16 hours on my birthday, so I can have cake whenever I want, I think. Well,
that's right. You're an adult, and so you can make those choices.
That's right. They may not be the best choices, but they're choices I can make.
They are choices that you can make.
Okay. You brought up another speaker on X, Chris, on X.
I did. Hi, Belinda.
Hello from the future, everybody.
Hello.
Just wanted to say, I saw that question that came up about introducing rescue cats to a new environment.
Yeah.
When I got my 2 rescue cats, I did this similar to what Adam did when he introduced, and you guys did when Adam introduced Ginger to her new environment. Violet came along first, so we got her a special spot where she could eat and her toilet, and slowly allowed her to go into the other rooms to explore her new house. And then Charlie came along, and we did this. We had them separated again, so they could, and with the food and the toilet. And Violet was allowed to come out first and sniff Charlie where Charlie was, just to, get to know each other.
Aw.
So through the door.
That's
again,
smart. Yeah, that's smart. Through the door. Yeah.
Yeah. So they could smell. So that so Violet could get to know Charlie's smell, and Charlie could get to know Violet's smell. So they could sort of get to know each other through the smell before they got to meet each other. So that, and again, they both had their own little scratching posts. And again, they both liked to, instead of having a computer bag, they had the side of a sofa, which they liked to scratch on. So they all seem to do that. Scratch on something other than their posts.
Yeah.
And I hope Bunsen gets better soon with his sore back. I am staying with family at the moment, and I was walking down to my car, which was parked in a new place, and I wasn't used to the stairs, and the stairs were wet from some rain, and I slipped, landed on my backside, but pulled my knee, landed on my elbow.
Oh.
Ended up going to see a doctor, and I got some crutches, and I got some human painkillers like Bunsen's got. So it's like, oh my God, I never knew pulling a knee could be so bad.
Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that, Belinda.
Thanks, but yeah, it's much better now. I can
okay.
I can actually walk without my crutches and pulling up in pain. But I take my oxy at night so I don't get too loopy. It's when
Good,
it's
smart.
hurting.
Smart idea.
Because I'm where I'm staying at the moment, it gets a lot colder than the center of Sydney.
Mhm.
It gets down to like 0 degrees Celsius, which 32 F.
Yeah.
And it's much worse on a pulled knee than on a pulled ligament than Sydney is.
Right. The nice hot,
So-
the hot humid helps with that, eh?
Yes. So it's like I'm much closer to the mountains where the snow is. So if he does seem a bit loopy, it's because it makes you a bit tired and groggy. So maybe at night would be a good idea for that pill.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Well,
But thanks everybody.
thanks, Belinda.
Thanks, Belinda.
Somebody on Instagram said, ouch. And then, so sorry, it really shakes things up. Yeah. So some people are commiserating with you on it.
Thank you.
All right. I'm not seeing any other questions, and there's no other speakers. I'm not really at my best right now for because it's the last 3 days have been a blur because we've been shipping stuffies. So I'll get back on track with some things. If Bunsen is well enough, a cool thing coming up in September is he and Beaker are Comic-Con guests at the Edmonton Expo. So they're going to be announcing that on like Monday or Wednesday. And all of the hobbits who played the actors who were the hobbits in the Lord of the Rings, they're going to be in Edmonton. So the Edmonton Expo is trying to swing a thing with our dogs and them to be like this, maybe do a meetup or something like that, which is kind of cool. To see Elijah Wood and Sean Austin and Billy, what's his name? Billy, what's it's Billy Boyd, and then
Billy Boyd.
what's the, I always forget the last guy, Dominic something or other, the Peregrine Took.
Yeah, Dominic McGregor.
something.
Mick.
Yeah. So we might get to meet them with the dogs. We'll see. Only if it
We'll see.
works. Maybe not.
Only if it works out. Well, we don't know.
We don't know. No.
We know nothing.
That's what I was gonna say last week, but Chris wouldn't let me until it was announced by the Edmonton Expo. So where's Bunsen? Somebody's asking. Oh, he's in that little room, but the dogs are like the animals at a zoo. They don't sleep on camera, except for Beaker. So I'm not sure where they are. They're always either under the camera or right to the left where they're out of view.
Well, there's a burner under the B squad names.
Is there? Oh, I
Yeah.
can sort of see that. Can we talk to them?
Do you have it open?
Beaker. No. Oh.
Hi, baby girl.
Beaker. Good girl, Beaker. She's like, what? Where is that
What?
coming from? It's so confusing. Bernoulli. Puppy.
Unless you had him, unless he pushed through.
I don't know. Beaker's such a good girl. She's the best at those public events with everybody because she's like the social butterfly. Just so smiley. Okay, I think we'll wrap it up, hey?
I think so.
So we have a prize from Bark and Beyond Supply.com. Let me just double check the DMs. This is the link. Did you put anything up theirs up in the nest? Oh yeah, you did. Perfect.
I did. Yeah.
Okay. So
Join
I
us
haven't
tonight
I'm
for
I'm
fun and
watching.
furry convos. Plus, we're giving away a Playology mystery bundle
Yay. So if
with
you're watching,
3 toys for your pup.
if you're watching live, drop a comment. So we'll put you in the draw, and we'll add that to the avatars, the number of avatars of folks on Audio Spaces. Oh, Beth has a good question. Beth, we're just ending now. If you're around next week, that's a great question to ask, and we'll do our best to answer that. But it's kind of a longer question. I do see your question, Beth, and we're just at the end right now. You can always DM us, and we could answer that too. Okay, drop a comment. One, two, three, four. God. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, probably about 9 people have commented.
So there's 20 people on the audio.
Okay. So we got a good crew on YouTube, hey? Like there's for live viewers for the size of our YouTube channel, there's 11 people, which is quite surprising.
We sure would like more followers on YouTube.
I haven't had time to post videos. I'm so sorry. Okay, 29. Get with the program here, Jason. Random number 29. Okay. There we go. Generate 12. Okay, so somebody on X Spaces have 1, 2, 6, 8. Oh, unmute. I muted everybody. 12. That is. It's Richard at Althouse at range 661 Herbie. Richard Althouse. Congratulations. You've won the prize from barkandbeyondsupply.com.
Yay!
So that is Richard at range 61 Herbie on X or Twitter. So please DM barkandbeyondsupply.com. And Bark and Beyond, thank you again for being our sponsor. Do check out their website. Like if you're looking to pick up something for your dog or your cat, instead of going to Amazon, check out like the small business stores. Jeff Bezos is doing just fine. Last time I checked, he's got a nice yacht. I don't think he needs a second one, if you know what I mean. So check out Bark and Beyond if you need some dog treats, dog toys, things like that.
Or merch for yourself. They have a clothing line that's fun and awesome.
Yeah.
It's one of your favorite shirts. You have I only like dogs, or I'm dog people.
Yeah. Dog people are my favorite people. I've got a shirt from them and I wear it quite often. Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. Okay. So we're at the end. There we go. Thanks for coming, everybody. We've been running Pet Chat for years, and it's very cool now that we have all these platforms linked together. Kind of an exciting thing I posted on Twitter or X is our Facebook page has started a year and a bit ago at about 800 followers. And it is it'll probably pass our Twitter account in size tomorrow or maybe the next day. So it is rapidly approaching 200,000 followers on Facebook, if you can believe it, which is it's hard to believe. It's wild. So that's just my little fun fact there. Chris, anything else to say?
Yeah, thank you everybody for coming, and thank you to our speakers and for sharing our pet stories and you sharing your pet stories. And I also want to say that we have a podcast.
Oh yeah,
It's called the Science Podcast.
which we haven't
and
done this week. We will get to that at some point.
The idea is that we want to get to the podcast, but we've been too busy packing stuffies. And then when we're like, let's do the podcast after packing stuffies, we're both very tired.
No, we're not doing it tonight either. We're going to do it tomorrow.
So tomorrow the podcast is on the menu.
Yeah.
Just like cake.
There's a guest, a science guest too. A water expert.
Hooray!
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
We
Okay.
will chat next week.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming.
Nice